Good evening, curling fans. Welcome into a night of doubles. It's a little Friday night doubles action going on. How do you feel about that, Pim? Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too, and good evening also non-curling fans. Maybe
Any
you are
curling
by
fans.
accident. Yeah, stream fans, maybe John and Pim fans, who knows?
Maybe you're watching this not on a Friday night. Welcome in anyway. You
Yeah.
know, we're live on Friday night, but maybe you're watching this on a Sunday afternoon,
Could
Tuesday
very-
morning. Who
Could
knows?
very well be. So we are here. We're at Curling Club Zemst, and we have a Belgium curling league doubles match scheduled for you. Plastiek Van Looy against Double Trouble. What a great name for a doubles team.
I like it a lot. Yep.
Plastiek Van Looy, not so much.
No disrespect to their sponsor, by the way.
Of
Just,
course,
you
yeah.
know,
I mean, they have a sponsor. I think respect to that. Even we don't have a sponsor, and that those two guys they have a sponsor, so that's
Yeah,
super-
but it's Brahms' dad. So
yeah.
yeah. But hey, you know, no disrespect. It's nice that they put the name on the uniform, name on the team. You know, we're looking forward to it.
I'm just happy they picked yellow. They're wearing the yellow jerseys, so that kind of makes sense for the people out there. Otherwise, it gets confusing, not just for the fans out there, but also for this guy right here.
Yeah. Well, it was Double Trouble who picked. They had
yeah.
the first thing, but I think they're wearing red jackets. They were always gonna pick red. So
Yeah.
it works out. The synergy is there.
So, for people who don't know, we have a doubles league in the Belgium Curling League. We actually have two doubles leagues. Well, the mixed double, the kind of traditional double, man-female, but then there's also the open double, where people of the same gender are allowed to kind of create a team.
Anybody who wants to play.
Anybody who
form
wants
a
to.
team.
Yeah, they used to be a combined league, but now we have way too many teams, so they've kind of split them up in two separate leagues. And I think the mix, they can announce themselves as a winner of the league, as official Belgium champion in the discipline, whereas the open doubles league, well, they have the kind of bragging rights to win that league, but there is no actual reward or cup or medal associated with that league.
With this one?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, at the Open, yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
true. It's
Yeah.
just they are league champions, but they're not a national champion
No,
because it's an unofficial event according to WCF. So
true. But on the other side, this league has one of the greatest teams on earth within Belgium. We have Team Curdia also participating. Kind of, we try to be as strong as possible in the league, but also in the cup. There's a doubles cup that is in 2 weeks from now, and
yep.
Team Curdia, we will compete and we will try to be the cup winners here in Belgium. See if we can kind of show this cup live on stream in one of the next streams. But yeah, before we we kind of jump to the
We're
future.
getting all over the place.
Yeah, before we, as we would say, spin the Hertman helicopter, let's have a quick look at the standings.
Hi, Caro.
Hey, Caro.
One of our mixed doubles
Yeah,
teams.
and
One of the national mixed double, part of the national team.
yeah, correct.
Yes.
And they are currently in Copenhagen. They are playing the mixed cup right there, and I've watched a part of the stream. They were playing on one of the sheets that was just barely visible from the corner of the screen. We really had to kind of put it on the TV and then kind of sit right in front of the TV and is this red, is this yellow? But yeah, they weren't able to win the first game, and I got a message that they struggled a bit with the ice, but their next game is tomorrow morning. I think, if I'm correct, at 8 a.m. in the morning. Since I have young kids, I will have 2 hours or 3 hours to
You'll already
prepare for
know
that one. Yeah. But yeah, I wish those guys good luck. They are huge fans of the stream, and we are huge fans of Bilenki, as they are called here in Belgium. But Team Spruit van Oosterwijk, or van Oosterwijk Spruit,
Six Sprout. It's always the
that's their
lady's
official
name.
name.
First, yes.
Lady's name goes first. Yeah.
Yes, that's just proper etiquette.
Yeah. So yeah, if Caro and Jeroen, they want to kind of take notes, get some lessons, kind of get a speed course on how doubles is supposed to be played, welcome here at Curdia TV, where you will watch Double Trouble, maybe kick some asses. Who knows? Too soon for predictions. Let's have a first look at the table. John, what is your opinion looking at this table here?
Well, you could see Curdia up there, second place, one loss. So we've got 2 games less than Button Smashers. Button Smashers started out 4-0. Dropped 2 in a row, still sitting in first place, but they've played 2 more games than we have. You have Michelle and Jose sitting there in third place. They also have 2 losses and 1 more match played than us. So they're Double Trouble coming in right there, tied with Michelle and Jose. And if you look down a little bit, 6th place, you see Plastiek Van Looy. But they've only played 2 matches. They've won both of them. So so far 2-0. This will be their first match in quite a few weeks. So we'll see how rusty they are tonight. So I think, looking at the table, they're fairly similar. We've seen both of these teams play before. We know what they're capable of. Double Trouble. Don't want to say it was a shocking win over Button Smashers, but they had a very convincing win. 10-6. They really put up some big houses. They gave up a big house, but scored a 5 on their own, scored a 4 as well, gave up a 4, but really kind of put the screws onto Button Smashers, held it out. So we know these guys. They can play with anybody in the league. Plastiek Van Looy, they're also quite good teams. Played against them before. I've beaten them twice in the doubles cup. Just don't want to pat myself on the back or anything like that. But it's like I played with Martin from Double Trouble. We teamed up one year for the doubles cup, and they. It irks them. Martin's got a unique style. He throws very little handle on his stones. It curls very late. He's able to get into places where it doesn't look like it's going to get to. So I know that frustrates Sebastian and Brahms. So that's something we're going to be looking out for tonight. Just these late breaking stones from Martin that get in there and get to spots where, we thought we had this blocked off, and next thing you know, there it is.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, Sebastian and Brahm, very, very tough players. Brahm played for years with Team Vareka, the national team from Belgium. He knows his stuff. He's a really good coach, really good player. Sebastian has really been taking to the sport, has been playing the 4-man for a few years, playing the doubles with Brahm for a few years, really learned a lot from him. So I expect this to be a really exciting matchup.
Yeah, same here. And as you said, Bram and Sebastian, as of the season with the housekeepers, they are teammates. So that kind of team dynamic could also kick in and kind of show in this game. But yeah, Gregory and Martijn, they haven't played together for quite a while now. This is maybe their second or third season as a doubles team. And I see they have just started the game. So let's do a quick prediction. And since I've won kind of all my predictions last game, I get to choose first. And that was something John mentioned, like, oh no, he gets to choose first. So I'm probably guessing he's going to pick this team and I have to counter pick. Well, no, John, this is not the case. I feel like I want to kind of play the surprise card, and I'm going to put my money tonight on Double Trouble. They have been surprising teams. I think they are kind of ramping up. They have the motivation. They can sit second in the league if they win this one. So yeah, I'm not going to force you to counter pick an option that's not your preferred option. I'm going to be the gentleman here because that's the man I am.
Well, okay, I can't say anything about that because it's a family channel. But see, I was kind of going back and forth. I have arguments for and against both teams. I am going to counter pick you. I am going to go with Plastiek Van Looy, but honestly, I could just have easily have picked, a Double Trouble. They have, they had the surprise win. Not surprise. They had a defining win last week, and they've been playing really well. So their only major loss was to us, but we're looking pretty good on the table, so it's not so bad.
Yeah. I just think last weekend with your predictions, you were a bit in trouble doing all of these kind of mispredictions. I guess tonight you will be in trouble again. So I have one more thing to say. It's double trouble for you, John.
Oh my God! He wrote this joke on purpose. He's probably.
I was sitting in the car. Yeah, I was sitting in the car. I'm gonna make this. This is kind of my build up towards my big.
With that, we're gonna go on out to the ice. I think we'll go to the far camera and get things started there. Oh, jeez. The things I put up with for this channel.
All right. Let's see how things are going with the house so far.
Oh, we've missed more than a couple stones.
Yeah, we missed a couple, yeah.
They're already into Brahms' second stone.
Salat voelt oké. 3, 4, 4.
So it looks like they're going with position 3 for the starting stone. They said that with Martin and Gregory, when they were done with their their warm-ups, they were saying there wasn't a huge amount of curl, so I would have thought they might have gone with position 1 or 2, but
Ja, ik kan ook hem in
Going
doorgaan
with
voor
three.
eventueel een neus, hè.
but I think
Waar
as
stond ik,
the
hè?
ice
Maar
breaks
hier.
in, we might see some more curl on it. So we've moved over to the regular viewers of the channel will know we're playing over on sheet C. There is an initiation going over on sheets A and B. So on sheet C we do not have the overhead cams, so we'll have to do our best guesses as to who's closer.
Lijn is goed, bekken naar buiten! Niks doen! Niks doen! Moet vallen! En valt!
Gregory is obviously the
Dan
one
moeten ze
marked up for double
komen!
trouble.
Neus! Come on,
This
baby,
one's-
neus.
Not quite curling over, but does move.
Yeah, we missed a couple of those first stones, so I don't really know what happened, but it seems like quite a lot of stones are sitting in the back of the house, so perhaps a few attempts that were slightly heavy and then kind of started to tap
Op
stones back.
2-7.
Either that or just
Welcome.
kind of stayed a bit outside.
Ja,
That would be
weinig.
my guess, just from the discussion of the ice.
Oh. Curl. Oh. Plan B. Curl. Ja, laat maar.
No
This
plan
one's gonna
B.
be outside.
Ooh, this could be unfortunate if it taps in red.
Yep.
Behind the
Ja,
guard.
dat
Yeah,
was niks.
it's not the
Ja,
worst.
kom,
It's
kom,
still
kom,
behind
kom.
T, so...
No,
that
that was the final
oh,
stone.
then we missed...
So we missed quite a bit more. They were faster on that than we were ready for. So
So that is a first score for Double Trouble. Plastiek Van Looy starting with the hammer, I think. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, they mentioned that.
Yeah, they had hammer. If Sebastian threw the last stone, then that would be. They
Let's-
did not update the scoreboard in the background, so
No. Nobody does. Nobody ever does, except a couple of people watching the stream regularly, and I know that we appreciate it, and people at home appreciate that kind of stuff. This is why it's good that we update the scoreboard. Sometimes you have these streams where you just have to rely on kind of the basic footage, and if there's no umpire, then you don't really know what's happening.
no. So steal for Double Trouble to start things off. Martin is going to be leading off this end. They lead at 1-0 over Plastiek Van Looy.
Lijn is goed!
Helicopter spins
Oké,
from Martijn
maak
there.
vallen! En valt! Laat hem maar rustig komen! Lengte!
Seems a little bit heavy,
Yeah.
Laat maar rustig
And a bit
komen!
wide as
Niet
well.
vegen!
but with this
I got the
so little
knife.
rotation, that's going to curl, but not
nog niet genoeg.
quite enough.
Heavy and wide. Probably they were
Maybe-
hoping if it's a bit
Oh, yeah.
too heavy, it could pick up that curl and give yellow that little tap that kind of puts it outside of the forefoot. That was not
Yes.
the case. Lost their important first stone. That's the thing with doubles. I got that kind of first stone drawing it to the pin. If you have the weights in your muscle memory, if you got that in your game, then you really have a huge advantage even not having the hammer.
35-40.
Yep. Especially with only as a lead, you're only able to throw 2 stones. The second player gets to throw 3. The warm-ups are only 7 minutes, so it's not that much warm-up time. You still have to break in the ice during your
dan
warm-ups,
20.
so sometimes a little bit harder.
Lijn
It
is
takes a
oké,
couple more
enkel
ends to
curl.
get things going.
Yeah.
Moet curlen!
I always dislike being having the first warm-up session and doubles because you have 7 minutes to get a sense of the ice, but then it changes over time, and 7 minutes is really, really short. Just by the time you end your warm-up, it's different ice.
Yep. So that one kind of staying outside, just we'll call it a touch heavy, but yeah, just a little bit past that, past the 4 foot. But it really is more about the line on that
Yep.
one. Just really needing to make sure you give it less ice.
Leg er ook! 3-4!
They do a good job
Yeah,
communicating, kind of immediately calling and sharing information about.
Ça va, ça va, ça va.
He's talking about that one being light, but that one feels
Wanna fair
actually a
vallen?
bit on the heavier side.
Oh, 4 zelfs. Allee.
Yeah, a little bit deep. It's
nee,
going to
nee,
tap
maakt
that
niet
one
uit.
back, but it can't go out yet. And unfortunately goes through, so they get to put the yellow one back. The red one goes out of play. So in doubles, unlike 4-man, you're not allowed to take any stones out until 5 have been put into play. The 2 that start out into the field on the ice count as in play. But once you take something out, even if it's in the house, you can go in the standard 4-man. If it's in the house, you can take it out
Gewoon
whenever.
laten doodvallen.
So
Liefst
unfortunately for double trouble, that one being
Curl,
moved out of play.
curl als je kunt.
This one also a little bit wide, just doesn't have that curl. Maybe with some less weight, but ice feels very fast out there.
Yeah, both teams. I think remember how that what the host looked like. I think we have a kind of similar setup of this end, just kind of slightly too hard, and it doesn't curl. I mean, with a good amount of curl,
Ja!
it creeps behind the guard and it dies on the pin, and you have a different game in terms of tactics. These ones just they fly by. They don't really serve a purpose.
Yeah, Gregory kind of indicating it's a little bit heavy. Saying 4-5, so they must use
Ja, 4-5.
the 7 count for
4-5.
that. So for those of you unfamiliar, yeah, this one's gonna tap on the yellow, kind of kicks it behind, maybe gets that one out of the back, but not quite.
It could be scary for double trouble here because they don't have hammer, they don't have a stone in play, and you only have 5 stones to throw. So it feels like okay, everybody's missing. But Plastiek Van Looy, they have 3 stones in play. So that's kind of a way to have a surprise big end here. If double trouble isn't able to put something on the pin, and this one is close to the center
This
line.
one is tight.
Oh,
Yeah,
stop, snelheid.
it doesn't curl a huge amount, but it's curling more than that. That's for sure. This one feels light as well. So
Ja, maakt niet uit. Laat die maar gewoon doodvallen.
that
Overcorrecting.
yep.
Oké, ça va.
And
Yes.
just gets it over the hog line. Not really doing much out there. Kind of takes away a little bit of the draw line, but I think
Basically, it's a good stone for double trouble. They have a bit more guards to try and put something on the pin, but it's kind of your first shot. See if you can put the stone there, and
Linker is ook beter. En
we're allowed to do
this
some attempts.
This one feels quite tight.
Yeah, same.
I think this one's going to catch that red guard. Yep. He said the line, though, the weight was better, but it's a little bit lighter. This one's going to fall all the way over. So that's going to make it harder to get to the pin, although the left side's a little bit more open.
Yeah.
But that's what we're seeing. It's like a little bit slower, and it curls a lot more.
And remember what I said? Still no red stone in the house. 3 yellow stones in the house. So they really, really, really must make their last stone count. And I'm talking about double trouble, of course. If they can't put something in the house in a protected space, that means Plastiek Van Looy, they can score 4 or 5.
Yeah, depending what they do here. On this one, I'd like to see them put it into the top of the house, like top of the 12, just kind of take away that draw line over there.
Enkel snelheid. Lijn.
If it's high enough,
Enkel
then
snelheid. Enkel snelheid.
it
Mag
won't
curlen.
be
Lijn,
something that
lijn,
double trouble would have to
lijn.
go for.
Lijn.
I think this one's going to be okay, but
I think it's
Curl,
catching the
curl.
guards.
yeah, I think
Curl.
so.
Oké, goed.
Hey, Brecht.
Wat te veel.
Brecht's going for Plastiek Van Looy, of course. His
Obviously,
teammate.
yeah. He is contractually obliged to make that call, even though his sympathies might go to
Eigenaardig spel.
the little beard man and his friends.
Ja.
Ooh. Interesting. They're going to try to go through the gap here.
this is indeed interesting. Because if the line is not perfect, they will hit one of both cards, and then it's an open draw for 4. So this is a bit of a risky shot.
I'm going to assume Breck's saying "Ik moet just niks" is I don't have to do anything.
Yeah, that's has become a cycling quote since Wout van Aert used that one.
This one is high. I think they were trying to draw through.
Will they tap in another yellow one? That would be
that
worst
would
case.
be the worst case. I think this one's going to be hard enough. That's.
But yeah, this was the kind of risk with this this play here. If the line is not perfect, they have 0 results, and then it's an basically putting something in 12 foot for 4 points.
Iets minder. Yep.
That is scary.
Now, for me, this is a curious choice. I would want to learn what that other side of the ice is going to do. So if I've already got 3, you've got a gap over there. See what the ice does instead of trying to play where everything has been, because maybe the next end you have to use that side.
That's okay. That's okay.
And the end after that.
Oh, yes, that's what I mean. The next time they come down this way. This one looks...
This looks fine. They have backing, so this is okay. Weight seems fine. Already a clap. And that's 4, but that's not a glamorous 4. Let's face it. But yeah,
but
it sticks on the boards. It counts.
Yeah, but I think that's 4 for my team. Yeah, just
it's way
my pick. I'm just throwing it out there. That's the team that I picked.
Yeah.
You like to point it out, or no? Look, this is your pick's not doing so well. Wow. But when I do it, it's like, don't worry about it. It's still early. Maybe we see a 6-ender. We get to go home early tonight.
Yeah, who knows?
So we're going to start things off here at end number 2. Brom leading it off for Plastiek Van Looy. Now in doubles, they're allowed to switch throwing positions. So you don't have to stay the first thrower. If somebody feels like they're not throwing as well, they can swap to the middle or whatever, vice versa. But for now, a lot of teams, I believe, stick to the same rotation. It's or the same position the whole way through. It's kind of odd to actually change because the tactics are different.
Wacht als je kunt. Lijn is oké. Enkel op het einde. Curl op het einde.
This one looks good. Gonna get around that guard. Just wanting to let this one go to get some more curl. Trying to help it. Oh, that's a fantastic stone. That's a perfect opening there.
This is how you want to play it.
Well, I don't want to say perfect because technically it's
before the T line is slightly better, but I think you're always super happy with the stone of
yeah, this puts a lot of pressure on double trouble. They more or less have to do the same thing, but if they can, they take control of the pin.
Yep, that's true.
It's tight.
This is way too tight.
No, I think this is going to get around the guard, but
indeed.
it's going to be way too heavy. Oh, but not too bad. It moves their own stone. But I don't think they wanted that kind of weight on.
No. Yeah, it felt tight indeed, but then taking into account the amount of weight on this stone, that was...
Speed was a little bit high. I think you want to start that off with more of a draw.
Okay.
Discussion about whether or not they can take their own stone out. I believe they can. But that's one of those crossovers between when you come from the 4-man to the doubles. Is sometimes there's a bit of a murkiness there. And oh wait, is it this way or is it that way?
Mag curlen. Yep. Lijn. Okay, curl. Pas op, hè.
Curl nicely.
That's going to get right on there. Brom's going to just help it drag it down there. Oh, very nice stone right there on the pin.
All right, super strong start here for Plastiek Van Looy. And if you're double trouble, it's time to clean up the mess, I guess. And
Yeah, I would peel off that top one, come over from the right, because if it misses, maybe it will hook around. Probably don't have to throw anything really more than like hack weight at this.
If there's something that we know Gregory is able to do is kind of throwing
Ja,
those
is goed.
very hard peel weights.
Not going
Heel
with
weinig
peel weight
gas.
on this one.
Ik zit naar binnen. Blijft hangen.
This one's
komt.
inside. It's going to curl over, but they need to sweep that to make sure
Ja,
at
ja,
least
ik weet
taps
het.
that yellow out of the way.
Gaat erover. Ja, 4. Kan hem gewoon
No.
laten stilvallen.
Opted not to sweep that one. They're going to leave themselves something in the house there. I don't think that's what they wanted.
No.
Kan ook.
Also not
Wat
sure
jij
if,
wilt.
in hindsight, they would have done something different with the stone. Try and sweep it, kind of split open those guards.
I think that would have been the better play. It's like once you see it's inside, and like hold it, at least catch the edge and open things up so then they go straight at those two yellows in scoring
Lijn
position.
is
But
oké.
now
Oh, moet keulen. Voelt sneller dan de
now
vorige.
this I find curious that Plastiek Van
Oh.
Looy didn't try to hit and roll in off
nee, dat
that
is
red,
niks.
just at least get it out of the way.
Nee, laat maar gewoon doen. Laat maar gewoon doen.
That's gonna tap
Okay.
over. So now they've kind of set
Oh.
up a double over there.
Yeah,
So
Come on.
indeed.
No.
And their shooter rolls out, so this is not really helpful
Yep.
for Plastiek Van Looy. And a straightforward call for double trouble to trouble out those doubles.
Ja, misschien een klein beetje naar buiten. Lengte is ook goed. 3, 4,
I
4.
was just about to say this one feels a little bit outside.
Starts to
Beep.
curl, watching the light reflection there. Ooh.
Yeah, that actually is going to be okay. It's going to get around the guard just fine. And then it's going to curl off that
Oh,
yellow.
Oh, excellent
And-
stone.
Oh, wow. Very nice there from Gregory.
Yeah, so basically, Plastiek Van Looy, they were sitting very
yeah.
comfortably, but
dit is
that
zo.
little mistake with the previous stone suddenly turned things around here.
Yep. Now, there is a double
Ja,
here.
ik denk je moet hem sowieso zo raken. Je moet hem proberen zo te pakken. 2, 5.
And come from outside in, try to catch this red on the right side, and then ricochet in onto the red on the middle.
Wow.
This one
Curl.
definitely has some
Curl.
weight on it.
Wait, it's going to be a bit on the outs. It's going to be more on the nose, yeah.
Girl. Oké, pas op.
No problem, just
Okay,
jumping
so-
over the hacks there in the background.
Nee, sorry.
Ice
Ja,
makers
die
will
gaan
love to
shotten.
see this one on replay.
Oké. Ja.
Now a little hit and roll for red here. Or will they try something different?
Yep, going to
Yeah.
try to guard this one up. Yeah, I think that yellow one from Plastiek Van Looy and the white circle and the 8-foot, that's a little bit high. So it's going to make it kind of difficult to go with a
rechts.
hit and roll
Ja,
or something over
bijna
there.
rechts,
So
Yep.
Yeah.
smarter play here to kind of guard up the draw.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they have to
maar
make
half
sure that the
niet.
guard is not really coming in the area of the 8-foot, because then it could leave a little bit of a double takeout option. I don't know how much space there is between the shot red stone and the yellow stone right behind it. If there is a gap, have to be careful for that.
3. 3. 4.
4 is T-line under the 7 count. So if he's
Ja,
saying
ik ga
4,
niks
that's a
doen,
little
want
bit
hij gaat er
heavy.
sowieso in.
Yeah, this one's going to carry just a little bit, and actually a little bit of a kiss on that red to top it more underneath the guard is good,
Wow,
but
that's
Is this a
interesting.
double? I mean, that was the thing. If it is too deep, you leave kind of an option for Plastiek Van Looy to hunt that double.
that is
That
is
was
a
also the
double
case
working
with
there.
asking
that
a guard
cooker ready for
in the
shot,
house,
man.
which is not really guard position, but asking a kind of
I think this is set up for a guard for a double.
Yeah.
yeah, they will
Let's go.
definitely, especially Bram. He will try that, and why not? I mean, they're perfectly set up for that double. If you just throw something in between those redstones, I think you can clear both redstones out of the way and stay with your shooter. Important, of course, they have to make it. This is their last stone. Oof.
Sebastian calling immediately for
Very
the,
close.
this one's gonna catch that guard, unfortunately. So
Of niet.
And this is a
off for 3 now.
draw for 3, and
Okay.
they have backing. It's
Could be
just
some.
putting something.
Oké.
I
Ja, ik
might
dacht, ik wil
want to
zeker
come
nu nog-
over
Ah,
from this angle,
maar
the
we nu
left side. I mean, if you
dit
tap
kunnen
red,
doen
it jams against the
En
yellow
die
stone. and-
weghalen.
Yeah,
liggen we
because
met
you don't
4.
that right stone's a little bit unprotected. If
Ah,
it
ja.
taps
Nee,
on that,
oké,
it would
niet
go
dan.
past, and then they would end up with just 2. So yeah,
Yeah, that's the safety margin. Kind of
Ik zou hem proberen
use
hier
that
te
backing
hebben.
stone to the maximum potential.
Dat hem niet bijt.
But they already
Duizend
scored 2
stukken
here.
maken, Martijn. Ja, ja.
no, they're deciding, they're opting to go for it. So it's not quite clear if it's yellow or red a second. So if they're coming over on this side, they might feel like, well, no, that wouldn't make sense either.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I think
It's very close.
it's very close. Tapping yellow back could be, unless of course they know for sure it's not sitting second. But then again, if you leave this one short, then that's
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said. It
Ben is
has
oké, lengte,
has to
snel.
be in the red. Weight feels okay.
Niks dan. Yep. Yep.
uh-oh,
Yep.
uh-oh,
Yep.
The-
uh-oh.
oh, and this is going to.
I kind of felt this was a whoa situation there.
Well, it turned out to be 3. They got a bit of a break there.
Yeah, they got a bit of a break. For a minute there, I feared that all the redstones would go in all directions and the Yellowstone would stick. So that was the reason why coming over the other side kind of uses that backing stone a bit better.
They got a bit fortunate, kind of squeezed through the 2 reds and actually tapped the yellow one back further than the reds went. So,
Yeah.
score of 3 to tie things up for Double Trouble.
Interesting game so far.
Yeah, back and
Interesting game.
forth. Yeah, we're seeing both teams getting used to the ice, getting some adjustments. I think Double Trouble got away with one there. That was way harder than it needed to be.
Yeah.
And they got away with one, but it worked out. So
And also, I think Plastiek Van Looy was very well rewarded in that second end, knowing that they also missed quite a lot of shots.
yep, they did
So,
leave things out there.
I
So
think with a very low accuracy percentage,
yep.
ending up scoring 4. That's a bargain.
So Martin starting things off for Double Trouble here in
That
the
is
4th
good.
end. All tied up at 4. Lots of 4s. There's
Yep.
a 4 on the scoreboard, a 3 and a 1 as well, but 4s in the scores.
yep, yep.
4th end.
Yep. Yep.
Trying to get this one over around. Oh, it just clips it.
It's not the
Oh.
worst,
But that's
that's always a good plan B.
That's always the plan B. If that one stops in the
Oh.
house, there it stays
Okay.
in the house. Little Swedish curl to keep
Over
it
the
all the
rechter.
way in. Opens things up. It's gonna
Moet
force
ik gewoon
Plastiek
shot
Van Looy
liggen,
to
hè?
kind of to
We hebben
draw.
hammer. Ja. Ik ook niet.
And this is, John, remember where he said, imagine 2 ends down the road, they have to start drawing over on that side. That's where you want to have that knowledge from the second end.
I would have liked for them to have come up that side before, and now they have to figure it out. This one's a little bit tight. This one, they're gonna try to get this around the guard. It looks okay. So
Well,
just make
that's
sure
okay.
this- Now, this is not a bad one. This is not obviously the shot that they wanted, but it's going to end up behind the guard.
Oké, ça va.
But
Ah.
Slightly
behind the
deep.
T-line, yep. So,
I think there is a double there. Just kind of a controlled takeout.
but they can't double yet.
Oh, that's true.
There's only
Ach,
4 stones
yeah.
in play, so...
Darn doubles rules.
However, there's a pocket there to draw into. So they
Yeah.
can try to freeze up against either of those 2 stones. Or even in between would also be okay.
Mag je nog niet, hè?
Yep, Gregory
See?
knows. Gregory's got it. You're not allowed to yet. Good
we have
evening, Mats.
Hi, Mats.
Welcome in.
Who are you rooting for,
3.
dear sir?
Yeah, we never got Caro's pick.
No, that's true.
Kind of said
Now, Mike!
hello and then dipped. Caro, if you're still there, tell us who you're rooting
Play!
for.
Come on.
And since it's 4-4, it doesn't matter. It's not too late.
Excellent stone here.
Come on.
Needs to get
Come on,
down
bedankt,
onto that
bedankt,
yellow.
bedankt.
Trying to sweep it hard.
Mij mijn botten.
That's
Wel, hè?
a little bit of a nice Dutch there.
Dat,
Ooh, Matt's going for double trouble.
Yeah, Matt's following my trail here.
Matt's picking the losing side.
Hek.
Still for double trouble.
Kan me er wel
Didn't
liever
quite
uit.
get there, but it's not in a bad spot. Although,
Ja,
yeah,
doe maar
there's-
backline. Dat is genoeg.
Yep. Gonna just try to take this one out. Backline should hold the shooter, keep the shooter in the house.
Yep. Lijn. Lijn. Ho. Ho. Lijn. 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 Lijn.
Not sure. I think he's calling for line
Lijn.
though.
Lijn. Lijn. Lijn.
Yep. Is this one gonna get around?
Okay,
No, it doesn't.
Volgen.
Is that gonna catch onto that red over there?
Oh, that would be a
It
lucky
is.
break.
It
Beep.
is.
Oké. Ça va.
I think the red is still biting, but hey,
No,
now yellow's sitting
Oké.
second and third. Double trouble. I think gonna try to double this out. I'm sorry, Mats, but you are wrong.
Lijkt het ook.
You know, those words will haunt you in about 1 hour ago.
Very likely.
Oké,
Oh,
takken.
this one's too far out, and it's gonna come out their
Kill.
own.
And then also,
Oh, that's a tough one to see. Who's now third shot?
Of daar, ik zou hem hier doen, dat je hier niet kunt invriezen.
So that was a
Wil je een
bad
breeder?
break for double trouble. Oh, it looks like it's
Harde
fourth
man.
shot.
Harde man.
So yellow is sitting 3. Yeah, Mats. Oh no, you picked the wrong team. I can see the future. Oh. Plastiek Van Looy probably can't cover up both of these in such a way that it would
Klein
be
beetje naar buiten.
totally safe, but
Maar curlen. Curl.
obviously you have to pick the
Ballet.
one that's closest to the center, and that's got to be the
Hier is
center
mooi, hè?
of the middle line. Stone on the middle line.
Lijn. Als je veegt voor lijn. Als je veegt voor lijn. Als je het hem vriest, is het ook goed voor mij. Oh, laat hem maar gewoon doen. Ja, dat is heel mooi. Ja, perfect.
Gonna get in there.
Beter krijg je het hem niet. Ja, echt. Prachtig.
Right.
now what do you do if
Kunnen we
you
leggen of
are
niet?
double trouble? There is still a way to kind of squeeze something in between those 3
Yep.
stones. That might work.
Salah!
There's a part of me that would want to run that stone on the 4-foot, top of the 4-foot back.
Yep.
And then again, you have 2 more stones to play. It could be the damage control option,
True.
but
Hey, Don.
4.
I have no idea what that word means.
it means fire away, fire at will.
That's what I would do. I would have sent something in because
Just cannot curl.
trying to hold it around. Is
Nee,
it
nee,
gonna
zit
catch? No, it's gonna catch.
Oh no, and it catches
Go.
just enough to roll out and be
Oh,
exposed. Now the pin is a bit more open, but they are going to pressure up. But
Ja, wacht
fourth
hè.
stone in there.
Ja, ik weet niet welke dat er beter ligt. Misschien wij.
Now
Ja,
there is one more kind
kun je
of
hem wegspelen
bright
en dat
side
doen, oftewel daar terug.
to the situation for
Hetzelfde als dit.
double trouble. They have 3 stones to freeze up against, and then
So
their
what?
frozen stone will be sitting quite protected. And it's not something.
Yeah.
The only thing they Plastiek Van Looy could do is put something in front of the tee line and make that freeze hard to
Yeah, I think that's what they have to do.
yeah, because that's kind of counterplaying it. If you're double trouble, you only have one option, and that's going for the freeze here. So how do you take that out of play?
Oops. They went one stone too far on the scoreboard.
Oh yeah, correctamundo.
Klein beetje. Oké, niks doen dan. Niks doen.
Feels this one's a little bit faster.
Gewoon laten doen, gewoon laten doen. Valt mee, freeze is oké.
I think that's going to be too heavy for a freeze.
Zeker freeze. Laat hem maar gewoon doen.
Yeah.
That's going to end up behind the tee, I think.
And that's not really what they want. They really needed something in front of the tee line. So now with the double backing, putting just something kind of on the pin against those two yellow stones is the perfect way for them to steal here.
Yep. So Brecht, if you're still there, when was the last time Sebastian was on the ice? I know you guys often come on Tuesdays, and since I don't come on Tuesdays, I'm not sure. I know it's been a bit for Brom.
I was confusing you there. Those were this is an initiation going on there when and we always have people on the initiation saying, "Well, curling is not a real sport," so we let them do some sweeping exercises as punishment
sweeping and everything, and then they discover it's a little bit harder than it looks.
Dat is goed! Ja, moet vallen! Hij komt, ja!
I don't think I have to worry about falling. That's going to be just fine. Oh yeah, maybe too much. Over curl.
This could work.
No, that's going to be just fine.
Curl a bit more, but this looks perfect.
I think that's the,
Ouch.
Oh, but it's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
Now there's a way to make it out. Yep, you see Sebastian right in there.
Yeah, no
This and
no thinking time needed. It's just a matter of hitting the one on the right angle. This brings back memories because we had a very similar situation when Jan Krol was playing against Bielinki, where doing a takeout on the right side of the stone would take it out of play, and Bielinki could have scored 5, but they accidentally hit it on the wrong side of the stone, and then it jammed. We got away.
it's always the risk on these.
Yeah. I mean, it's
a nose hit even wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It would still give them 3, but out there on that left edge of the nose will give them 4.
So this one cannot over curl indeed.
The weight looks okay.
Oh, slamming there.
Maybe a little bit outside. I think he's trying to get this to curl over.
This feels
I think it's going to be okay, yeah.
I don't really know what the panic slam was all about, to be honest. This is just how you pictured it.
To be honest, yeah, that was going to hit on the red, so that's a...
Is it 4?
Nee, dat is geen probleem, maar...
Something going on the ice there. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there was a comment from Bram like, can you please not move in the background when I'm doing my sliding, because that's bringing me out of focus. I don't.
Yeah, so I think that's reasonable. If you're standing in the middle, if you're standing around the hack and then you're starting to move with the other guys coming down, it's in the background. I think it's not unreasonable to ask. So we're all about the big numbers tonight. That was a 4 house for Plastiek Van Looy right after a 3, right after a 4. So
and that
halfway
was
through.
Just imagine Martijn Stone was slightly less hard because of the roll. It got exposed and therefore it lost its backing. If it was kind of more sticking around that center line, totally different situation.
Yeah, he needed to throw the draw. He threw kind of a hack weight, a little bit too heavy. So as we enter end number 5, Brahm's going to be leading things off for Plastiek Van Looy over as they lead double trouble 8-4. So far, pretty back and forth, high scoring. About Dala's ice time, not too much. Aha.
Lijn is oké. Lijn is oké. Lijn is oké. Lijn is oké. Curl.
Tebow saying the scoreboard looks a bit weird. Ah, yes, the in-house scoreboard. Getting some sponsors. That's a nice way to start the end. We've had a couple. Very end number 3. Some nice draws to start it off. Nothing too spectacular yet, Timo, but something I think I can find. And yeah, they're getting the sponsors up around the scoreboards at the ends there. Gregory was working on that before the match.
3 is risicovolle. En mag je nog niet uit, hè? Drie.
Important first stone, as always, in the doubles.
Lijn is goed. Laat maar rustig komen.
Gregory likes the line, but
Okay.
I feel like it's too
Vega.
wide. A little bit
Vega.
heavy.
Used to
Vegen.
curl a lot, and
Vegen.
it's never curling enough.
Oh.
No.
Chipper.
Not sure why he would sweep it other than he wants it to miss.
Yeah, I think also Martin, like, hey, why did you call for a sweep? This was needed to
put
curl
Vega.
so much.
Rust.
And that's something you really don't want to do as a kind of first
is on
player.
the
Just throw it through the house and then kind of miss that opportunity
nooit
to put
voorlijn.
pressure on the opponent.
Nooit voor lijn. Snelheid lijkt me wel oké.
It feels also a bit on the heavy side. That's going to
Yep.
stay outside.
Just
laat
stays
maar gewoon doen, laat maar
straight.
gewoon doen. Oké.
Curls over just slightly at the end, but now leaves a double. However, cannot throw a double. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. That's the 5th stone there. So doubles are in play,
Yeah.
or takeouts are in
Magale.
play.
Anders gewoon leggen. 4.
Martin looking at angles to double.
Kan
I
die
think
geen altijd een beetje duwen,
tap
hè?
and roll double takeouts would work here. That's the call.
Knap.
Saying it's tight. Trying to get this one around.
You know it stays straight on that side, but will it stay?
That's gonna just take the shot. Oh. And unfortunately, jams on the red in the back. Just that little tick. Oh,
Ja. Nee, gewoon draw, hè. Maar doe dat maar. Ja, gewoon voor een draw, hè.
just wanting to draw here. If it catches the inside part of that red, that would be nice as well. If this one's outside, if Bram is saying,
Lijn was wel
whoa,
oké. Curl. Lijn, 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 lijn.
I think that'll curve
that it?
enough to get on the
Oh.
inside part of the
Laat het maar
nose.
gewoon doen.
Ja.
Ziet er heel mooi uit.
Then ready to sweep.
Oké, ça va.
Not a bad stone. Does end up a little bit behind the tee, so there is an opportunity for double trouble to draw in there.
Yep. Always see
Okay.
the pin still open.
Buiten, het zit naar buiten.
I feel like the way things are going, these guys are going to
Good
figure
ball.
out the weight and the line probably in like
Okay.
the 7th or 8th end.
Hij valt wel.
This one also a
Double
little
takeout
heavy.
on the
It's
stones here.
going to catch their own.
Oh.
Slides over the side, and now
Allee.
suddenly Plastiek Van Looy with 3 scores and an open draw to the pin.
Hè? Ja, ja, ja. Ja, ik trek hem eigenlijk liever hier van voor in het rood.
Yeah, I'm curious to tap into the post-game debrief conversations to know where things went wrong here in this game. I think.
Girl.
Now, come
Never-
on. You know some of these teams don't talk about the match. As soon as they walk off the ice, they've
dat is oké,
forgotten
dat is
how
oké.
they've played.
Laat hem maar gewoon doen.
That's why we have it on camera.
This one is also a little heavy, a little bit outside.
erg.
It should tap and roll
Dat is een
underneath
oké
there,
tik.
but
Ça va. Nee.
is that one going to be
Send it up.
on the T line or just behind? It's mostly
behind.
behind. Yeah. Ooh, it's on, but there's room to move it back, and that is exactly what Martin is lined up for.
Get up!
This one is tight.
Oh, this is also hitting the guards.
No!
Oh,
Even
I
worse.
need to make sure. They probably should
No
have kept
setting the
sweeping
guards.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they should have kept sweeping that.
Even
Gregory.
worse. And with that speed, it just rolls in.
Slides all the way in, sitting above the tee. Yep, all
Ja.
makes it easy for Plastiek Van Looy. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
need to put up a guard.
Yeah, and they needed to keep sweeping just to make sure, because no hit was the one thing they cannot have.
I'm thinking Gregory might have thought that it was going to over curl, catch the outside, and split it open, but unfortunately not.
Minstens.
So I'm looking like a genius right now. Right now. It's
Yeah, my gamble's not paying off so far.
But there was a doubles match over the weekend where it ended up being like 12-8, and the winning team only won 3 ends, but there were 4 points each time. So
Yeah.
who knows what's going to happen? It's
Vedri.
still not over yet. There's still a few more
Vedri.
ends after this.
Yeah.
Teams outside.
Virtually, Plastiek Van Looy is sitting second in
weer.
the league with 3 wins in 3 games. Are we looking at a future champion here?
This one going through. And Timo, I think, yeah, you're right. They should have maybe taken that red one out and gone for the chance of going for 6.
Yeah.
Worst case, they probably have 1.
Al krijg je
Zo.
hem hier, dan is het wat minder. Krijg je hem hier, is het... Zijn we gezost?
I do
Zijn we
understand
gezost?
Plastiek Van Looy's option of
Just putting an extra
putting a guard up there.
Shotkonwegen, miraculeus.
But yeah, if I would have seen,
Ja,
it's probably
we-
not something they were looking at because you're so up close to
Nee,
it.
nee,
Sometimes
nee,
you don't
het is
see it. It's like, do we take that red one out of the back? Now, worst case scenario here for double trouble would be throwing this one too hard, hitting the red, and sending them out, and giving 5 to Plastiek Van Looy.
Something
So-
tells me that that option is out there.
It's out there because they've been throwing all of their stones a little bit heavy, and that's enough on that side to go, oof. It wouldn't take very much either. It doesn't have to be a super hard stone. It just has to be a bit on the outside. Somewhere between backline and hack weight.
This is a pretty important stone. Like 1 point would put them back in the game, but I think this could really put them
Naar
in a very
buiten!
troubling
Moet veel
situation.
vallen! Heel
We
veel
have no
vallen!
idea, Timo. That side has not been
Hij
played
valt.
so far this match.
Laat
They've
maar
been coming up
rustig
the
komen.
wall side the whole time.
Oh,
Laat
that's
maar
nice.
rustig
That's going to get
komen!
around the
That's
guard,
nice.
so that's
Hij
going to be
valt
great.
enorm veel. Ah,
Oh, no.
Why did they sweep?
No, because
They sweep.
allee. Ja.
it curls.
Allee.
Gregor,
That was-
why didn't you sell him to sweep?
Yeah, and that's also why, like Martijn said, oh man, the stone, it was there. With a good line call, that would have been
Van welk?
the lifesaver here. The lifeline was out there. They didn't grab it.
Ja, maar ja. Ik kijk naar de lijn, maar ik... En ineens deed hij nog daar. En de vriend die begon te vallen.
He said I was watching the line and suddenly it...
Gaat hij dat volhouden of niet?
Yeah. That reminds me of that Simpson episode where Bart bought a factory, an old factory, and Milhouse was the concierge, and then it collapsed overnight. And Bart like, what the hell? You were supposed to watch the factory, and Milhouse said, well, yeah, I watched the whole thing. I watched it fell down, collapse, so everything. That was like Gregory's point here. You were supposed to watch the line. Well, yeah, I watched it over curl.
I did.
I watched the whole thing.
It curled too much.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just going to add 3 more points to the bottom side of the scoreboard here.
So a big steal of 3 for Plastiek Van Looy, and I almost feel like that wasn't really so much a steal as it was a giveaway from Double Trouble. Really did not pay attention to their stones well enough, and yeah, Gregory tapping on the guard twice. Martin throwing it a little too heavy twice.
That was... I mean, that's sour because as a thrower, you kind of know, okay, it's nice, it's past, it's not too wide, it's passing the guard, it's curling towards the pin. But yeah.
Curl.
But that's the thing with Martin. He throws so little handle on his stones, it curls a lot more. So I think Gregory was looking at that going, oh, that getting around the guard, that's fine. And forgetting that, yeah, Martin's stones just curl like so much once they start to curl. That one sneaking around the guard, but just coming up a little bit light.
Yeah. Yeah, if this was the first end, that would feel like not the best stone. But then again, if you're leading 11-4, I would like the stone.
Yeah, you're fine there. It's not... no damage with that one, honestly.
You have a competitive stone in the house in front of the tee, behind the guard, so it makes it harder for the opponent to really score a lot of points here.
Yep. Gregory looking at the option of, can we split this yellow one out? And Martin preferring for the straight draw.
Naar buiten! Veel vallen! Veel vallen! Waar is
This
hem?
one is quite wide. I don't think even with Martin's late curls, that's going to be it. I think it's heavy.
Flies by indeed.
Yeah, there's that big curl. It starts to go, but it's just so heavy.
Yeah.
It's not their night so far.
Nope, not tonight.
Ja, zie ik ga zo lang mogelijk wachten en dan op het einde curlen dat geen naam mee. Ik stond ongeveer hier. Ja. Dat idee kan dit is te traag. 43. Traakkant. 2, 3.
340 on that one. I'm not sure that's going to get there, but...
You know, if it takes away the drop head on that side, that's 50% of the way to the pin covered.
Slight little tap, yeah. Honestly, at this point, Plastiek Van Looy doesn't have to do much more than not give up a big end.
Yeah, true. I mean, that side is semi-closed. Forces team to come over on the other side.
A bit lighter, and it's tight. They got that little bit tight. That's gonna tap on that yellow.
Oh man!
Nee, gaat hem neuzen.
Okay, it's not tapping it in, but yeah.
Honestly, it's splitting the guard out. If you're trying to win the end, that's fine for double trouble.
Yeah, you could run it back. It might work indeed.
But, well, I'm talking about winning the end and just protecting that one that's in the house, but that doesn't do them any good.
No,
and they're down by 7 in the 6th end. You need to score multiple.
Yeah.
And multiple meaning 3 or more.
And even if you can use it, it still adds up to that feeling that you're just not finding the lines and the weights so far.
Yep, that's...
5, 6.
I think that's the big thing on this one.
4, 5.
This one quite inside. They're going to try to open up that draw path over there.
And Martin was not supposed to drop his broom when the stone is sliding into the house because that really distracts the other opponent's team. That was obviously accident.
Well, the thing that disappoints me in Belgium is when somebody drops their broom, everyone's supposed to drop their broom. Nobody does that here.
Is that a thing?
It's kind of a club superstition. I've seen it a bit on some of the clubs in the States and Canada. Whenever I see somebody drop a broom, I drop mine, but nobody seems to notice that I do it.
I never noticed it.
Come on, basta.
Can I drag it in? It'll tap you.
Just
Nee, niet tegen die gele. Ja, nee. Ja, ligt beter, man.
little Swedish curl gets it a little bit deeper.
Yeah, but there is a double take out there.
There is, yeah.
That's the thing.
Max, 2-5 is goed.
But even a single is fine, good enough, yeah. Timo saying, yes, I'm correct, and if he sees it, he does it. Very good. But only known with the ancients. Yeah, imagine it's a very old tradition.
It's a boomer stuff.
This one catches it. Oh, does not catch the one in the back, but hey, good enough to get rid of that red. One less stone for Double Trouble to potentially score with.
Yep.
Double cleaning the stone. Gotta make sure.
Beter! 3!
This one's gonna be a little bit light. They don't need it too deep. They just need it deeper than that yellow.
Zoiets! Stop dan.
I think it feels okay.
Ja, all the way, all the way.
But other than that, it feels okay.
Oh!
Yeah, not too deep, just a little bit. That's good enough. No, that's fine right there, though. Yeah, there's that double.
Yeah, that's good use some curl just to kind of avoid that little double opportunity there.
Oops. Sorry, I tapped my water bottle against my microphone. I'm sure that was kind of loud.
Right, let's see if Bram can knock out all
kraken
hopes.
That's tight. That's gonna catch the guard.
Sorry.
Ooh, just slides over.
Maar de snelle steen.
Right, tap on your red one for free.
Hammer.
Oh, no!
Pak
You
maar
didn't
langs
even
die,
hear
dat je
that.
hem er
Wow,
tegen doet, is genoeg,
I
hè?
whacked my microphone pretty good. I know.
Waar stond de
I
guy
know
van
Pin
mij?
heard it, but
I heard it, yeah.
he gets it before the AI gets to it. We just get the raw, uncensored sound of each other's voice. So
Ja,
every
ja, maar
time he
kijk, gooi toch
sneaks a
naar buiten.
cookie or chews some gum, I've got to hear it.
Ja.
Did you notice the little conversation there at the Gregory was putting the broom there, and then Martijn said, "Well, isn't that a bit little ice there? Shouldn't you give more ice?" And Gregory said, "No, you'll throw it outside anyway."
No, I was busy talking about AI and noise canceling.
Right, this is an important one. Give red a little tap. Score 3.
Naar
And then it's
buiten!
11-7.
There it is. They said it's outside.
Yeah,
Lijn
confirmation.
is oké!
Okay, this
Ik
could
kom
work.
niet!
Not
Lijn
a
is
lot of
oké!
handle maybe. I didn't see the handle.
Not very much. It's Martin. but that should be good enough.
Yeah, it can't roll out though. You need
Yes,
3 points.
yes.
Nope, that is going to be
Perfect
it.
tap for 3 points and
Nog 4 te gaan.
4 to go. High five.
Good recovery for Double Trouble there. And Gregory doing the one thing we tell all the initiates to not do is run on the ice. We've got 20 new people over on the shoe sheets next to him, and here he goes sprinting down the ice. One of them's going to see it. It's like, well, that guy did it.
And we have John. You can do the voiceover here.
A power play situation.
Power play.
Ja, dat zal wel zijn. Ik weet het niet.
And no boring scoreboard in the background here with all the 4s and 3s out there. There were 3 1s, but 2 of them basically the 11.
Geen idee.
Martijn started off. Now it's really close. Where's the jingle? Oh, I haven't recorded it yet, Dan. You'll just have to do it. Let me do it live, and I'll try it again. It's a power play situation. That one actually was pretty good. I might have to just
Lijn is
cop that
oké.
from the.
Mag veel vallen. Waar is hem? Lijn is oké. Lijn is
It's
oké.
okay.
Oh, oh, oh.
Don't want this too hard. This is too heavy. That's gonna tap that yellow one out. Hopefully not out of play.
It is out of play.
No, still in.
Still in. Oh, then in that case, that is a perfect opening here. And Gregory is already excited here in the
Ja, die
background.
ligt buiten. Ja. Hij ligt nog in het spel.
Yeah, Don is right. I have to get the
Daar
video
mag je
made
liggen.
that we just
Yeah,
press
yeah.
a button and explosions, fireworks, the whole thing,
Draw.
sirens.
Curl. Als er iets gebeurt, curl. Snelheid voelt oké. Curl. Oh, oh, curl. Ja, voelt snel, voelt snel. Curl.
I don't know if there's enough curling ice to get that out there.
It was sitting wide.
Stop.
As much as Brahm is gonna lean out there for it, I don't
Okay.
think it's gonna listen.
Oké, ça va.
So they could move it, but I would probably
Put something in front of
I would
it.
probably freeze it. Yeah, attempt to freeze it. Don't want to get rid of it just yet. Otherwise, it leaves it open for this. But no, it looks like they're going to try to split the house. Go after it later.
That could work. We'll have to wait and see here.
I'm not sure I like that because it's going to allow Plastiek
Lijkt
Van
er
Looy
nu
to either freeze up against it themselves, draw over to
vier.
cover it.
4.
Right now, it's the shot.
Misschien
Still.
5. Hij vertraagt.
That's true. That's true.
And after this stone,
Five.
everything's in play. So this one's going to
Dit
be
ligt
open.
pot af.
It's deep. They're
Ah,
going to
nee,
try
nee,
to.
nee, 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 nee. Oké.
Yep.
You could say in Belgium, like on a scale from Jeroen to Gregory, how expressive
get
are
look.
you with your
beetje meer, ja.
satisfaction and emotions here? Or dissatisfaction emotions in that case?
Oh, hard. Hard.
Oh, everybody drop your stick. Drop your brooms. This one
Valt
is too
stil.
hard.
Kan ik de reu raken?
Oh.
No, it's going to tap their own yellow one
It's,
back.
pretty much no hits.
Come on.
Good work.
Gast, dat is
Just a
hem
bit
lief, jongen.
outside.
Ik-
But
Ooh,
darn, I was waiting to mute it to see if we got a swear jar. No swear jar.
Ga proberen.
But maybe the broom slam is a bit of a.
Yep.
But he didn't smash it hard. He
it's
just
not the broom
Ga
slam, it's the
gewoon
bram
4
slam.
doen,
Ja.
hè. 4, 5.
Signature move.
Yep. Ik stond rood-wit.
Wants more
Ik
ice.
stond rood-wit. Voor u. Ja.
That red white. Yeah, you can't just say red white because, well, there's two possibilities because the button is white.
Yeah.
Hij vertrekt al.
That was wider than he wanted.
Yep.
It is curling over.
Yeah, it could curl over on that side. If we
Oh,
missed it.
it's actually a bit slow. That's going to catch the red. It's going to catch their own
Nee, rood,
stone. It'll
rood.
roll over underneath.
Oh, niks.
Oh, this could work. It's
Die bek.
Oh, Gregory and his
Yep.
noises.
Yep.
Who needs jingles when you have Gregory out there?
Yep. So if they can catch this one outside of the nose on this red, they can get it to go away and leave their yellow. Trying to make sure this one stays outside. This one looks okay. They are probably going to lose the shooter off of it.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. They don't need a 4-point leads. Basically,
Yeah.
they just want to make sure
Okay.
stay in control here.
Yep.
Break down build up from double trouble.
Now that
Man!
red one in the back right of the house is biting. So still possibility for them to score multiple.
Yeah. Live mathematicians to score.
No, score multiples. I was
You-
I was pausing for dramatic effect. I was trying to do math. It's way past my bedtime to be doing math. And this one's gonna catch that. Nope, just misses the
nee,
guard.
dat
Is
is
it gonna
af.
get the yellow? It does, but not enough.
Jams over
Ooh.
there.
You can't miss those shots. If you're this far behind this late in the match, you can't miss that guard or miss that shot. A relatively wide open takeout. Plastiek Van Looy with some options here. Very likely just going to be splitting the house here, forcing Double Trouble to chase. Needs to make sure there's distance here. Don't want to have an angle for a double. And I think that one's going to be just fine. It's going to get behind the tee lines pretty flat,
This
so
works.
that's going to be a
Yeah.
tough
Of
double.
toef toef. Yeah.
Yeah, you want to hit the
Go, go,
one closest to the pin first, because if you miss it, that's the one you want going away.
Yep.
But this is a flat double. I just don't know
Dan
Martijn
liggen
to
er 3 in,
throw
dan is het aan u, hè.
Yeah, it's a very flat
weight,
double.
this weight, this kind of weight.
Ja,
He's-
ze hebben hem er, hè. Zoiets.
You almost need to hit it very hard and close to the nose and see if you can come to. Yeah, it's super hard to make an almost 90 degrees
Yeah.
angle on that. And then if you miss it, well, there is no chance of coming back in the game anymore.
Yeah, this is a very, very slim margin of error here.
If you freeze it and it works, you maybe you just score one, but at least you steal one. It's 11-8, 3-point trailing. One more end to play. It's still a difficult task, but is this an all or nothing shot here?
Sorry, what did you say?
Is this the all or nothing shot here for Double Trouble?
I think so. I think so. If they don't score in
En
this
is
end, I
goed!
think they're going to shake hands. I mean, down by
Wacht
5.
uit, naar buiten. Hij valt. En valt. Come on. Come on.
Curling enough.
Yeah.
Oh.
He saved the hack
Save the
there.
hack. Yep. So draw for 3 and the game. Well, yeah, if they score more than 2, then the game is over. So 3 and the match automatically ends.
Yes.
A trouble double from Owen. Yes.
Vegen of Len.
Good evening, Owen. Good
Hey,
to see
Owen.
you.
You're
Vegen
just
of
in time to watch this victory stone slide in the house, I guess. We don't really want to
Yeah.
kind of announce it too soon, but I don't think this is the hardest stone to throw for a victory here.
I am fairly certain that
Spanning
I'm a
and backing.
genius. I was right. I can see the future. I told Mats earlier.
Snelheid is het, ja.
There's literally no
Valt-
way
valt
they
goed
could mess
mee.
this up
No.
unless they tried to throw their own double at
But
the same
Dan and
time.
Greg, they figured it out. Looking at the scoreboard, they know what this stone is going to do here.
Anything in the whites.
There.
Oh,
We
is
will have handshakes while the stone is carrying
handshakes
the
while
house.
it's going? Yeah, it's not going through. And I actually think Gregory stopped with his foot, but I think it was going through it. Gonna stop
Wat was
anyway.
dat voor een ijs, jong?
We'll let the mute have their own little discussion on the ice, but oops, clicking things I shouldn't be clicking.
Yeah, it was not the best curling evening for double trouble. They
Nope.
got into trouble a bit.
I'm gonna click the right buttons, and there we go. I found the right buttons. Yeah, they both teams are struggling a bit with the line and the weight early on. I think they kept struggling with the weight through the match. I don't think either team was. I don't recall a lot of draws ending up above the T line.
Mhm.
A lot of takeouts towards the end there. I think there was just something to. Yeah, everything was a bit out in the open. So what do you do? But I picked correctly.
You
I am a
picked correctly.
genius.
This weekend you get to claim the whole weekend now. But yeah, I mean, it started out with that 4-pointer in the second end. I think both teams were equally struggling with finding the right length, but yeah, just not putting any stone in the house was the reason why Plastiek Van Looy, even with a couple of misses, ended up scoring 4. And that was the point where I thought, okay, this is a big reward, and they're just going to build on top of that. And the third end came back by 3, 4-4. But that little spark of hope was immediately crushed down with another 4 house, like a deja vu. And I think they didn't ever recover from that second disaster anymore. And then you could see those kind of small mistakes, especially at don't really recall what end that was, where Curdia called off the sweep when that made the stone of Martijn overcurl, hit the yellow one.
Fifth end.
Fifth end, yeah. Yep. And I think that was the kind of, that could have been a decisive moment to come back in the game, but that miss really kind of put them in the situation where they really had to go for risky shots, or the power play came after that, and then housekeepers, Plastiek Van Looy, they were in control, and they were able to
It's practically the same team.
Yeah,
it's
50% off. It's a discount weekend for housekeepers.
40%. Remember, they've got 5 members.
Yeah, true. 40%.
So that's going to be it for us tonight. Kind of a short little stream. I mean, those doubles matches go pretty fast, but nice little way to spend a Friday evening. Nothing the rest of this weekend, but we've got a lot more matches coming up next weekend, and then the weekend after that, and the weekend after that. So we're starting to get towards the end of all of the seasons, end of the curling season. So we're going to see a lot more matches, a lot more the standings getting closer, more fleshed out. Who's going to win? Who's not? Doubles goes all the way to May, I believe, maybe April.
I think so, yeah. And we have the Doubles Cup, the Beker van België, the Cup of Belgium for the doubles, where Team Curdia will be participating and fighting for that cup trophy. I think we should do kind of a little special around that one, so people out there could.
Yeah, we'll be broadcasting our matches on. wherever we're on sheet B and C, we'll be broadcasting our matches on Curdia 2. So if you don't follow us, go over, just do a search on YouTube, Curdia TV 2. You'll find our second channel, and then you can follow all of us. So when we're not here in the broadcast booth, we're going to broadcast stuff, but it's going to be us talking on the ice and playing. If you're interested in seeing if we're actually as good as we think we are when we're sitting here.
Yeah, and if you don't want to watch the stream, if you don't want to watch our faces on TV, there's the option to come over in Zemst, be on the ice, sign up, and get your butts whooped by us in person right there on the ice with live comments. The Ping Boys could show you how things are done, or maybe not.
Maybe not. It doesn't apply if you already know how to curl. Just so we're saying, just so we're clear, newcomers only.
Yeah, I think on that note, I think, John, it's up to you to do the farewell and brag once more on this poor homeless person.
I own his house again. Yay, I am the winner. TikTok, woo, here I come. No, but thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to like the video, like the stream, leave a comment, follow us on all of our socials. Look out for all of the new videos. We're posting a lot more lately, lots more shots of the matches, plus highlights of everything. If you guys like that stuff, watch it, like it, comment, do all those things. The support means a lot to us.
It really does. And I think we should still mention special thanks to our friends of the stream, Timo and Tur, donating to this wonderful project. Whoops, as I almost pulled down the camera.
Yes, so we need to raise money for a new camera now for the new booth, because he's about to break this one. But no, really, thank you guys, everybody. Let's try that again. Thank you guys very much, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye-bye.